Welcome back to GMA3, everybody. As so many of you are finishing maybe some of that last-minute grocery shopping for Christmas dinner, you might notice the impact of the supply chain crisis right there on your receipt. Those supply chain issues surged inflation to 5% since October last year, not only increasing grocery prices for you, but also impacting essential workers at the checkout counter.
And joining us is Mark Perrone, International President of United Food and Commercial Workers International Union. Mark, thanks for being with us. So we talk about the supply chain issues. It's pretty obvious how it affects consumers. How does it affect the workers you represent?
Well, I think that it's affected all retail workers, even those that we don't represent, in the following fashion. The profits and the inflation that's been taking place from the pandemic haven't made their way to the workers. Initially, what we saw was that there was some companies that were paying workers more because there'd been increases in productivity and increases in sales. But that stopped shortly after the pandemic started, within about 3 months. And so what we've seen is that workers have been falling behind, at least as it relates to their standard of living since this pandemic started.
And Mark, we're talking about, of course, the financial issues, but that oftentimes has an emotional impact as well. And in fact, there was a recent study from the University of Arizona that found among grocery workers, 22% of them reported symptoms of severe anxiety, 16% reported symptoms of severe depression. How can and should that be addressed?
Well, we're finding the same thing out. We're doing an independent study ourselves on the effect of COVID and the impact of retail workers, where we've interviewed almost 15,000 workers on a continuous basis over the last several months on a weekly basis. And we're finding the same things. And realistically, in many cases, retail workers, don't have many options. They're afraid that they're going to get sick. They don't have, in 70% of the cases, they don't have sick time. So if they do get sick at work, many times they have to go in anyway because they can't afford to take a day off. If you think about it, 1 day off is 20% of their income, and a lot of them, based on the wages that they're making, can't afford to do that. And we think that's just terrible.
That word you just used, terrible. There was a time, though, right? We were talking about and featuring and highlighting and celebrating essential workers every single day, even literally cheers for them. But then we kind of got to this other era of this pandemic where now our frontline workers, some of the counter workers, the grocery workers, a lot of them have to act as mask police and even being assaulted at times. What is your message? What do you expect, first of all, now going into the holiday season and coming out of it? But also, what is your message to folks? Well, essentially, give these heroes a break.
Well, I have a message, and the message is very simple. Look, these people are going to work every single day just like you described. And they've been there throughout this process for us. In fact, if you think about it, if they'd not shown up to work, what sort of chaos would we have seen if people couldn't feed themselves and couldn't find groceries in the stores and food on the shelves? So here's what I'd say. Treat these people with some kindness and compassion and respect for the fact that they have been there every single day for them when they came to shop. And wear a mask. It's not too much of an imposition for you to do that. It's also not an imposition for you to socially distance. And I think that we need to recognize that we all have a responsibility when we walk into a grocery store that we do the right thing. I think that our employers have a responsibility to encourage it. I think they have a responsibility to provide PPE for customers should they desire it. And I think that what they should do is they should go back to the social distancing that they encouraged early on in this pandemic.
So important to remember, and we really appreciate your time today. I want to wish you a very happy holidays to you and to all the workers you represent. International President of United Food and Commercial Workers International Union, Mark Perrone, thank you so much for being on the program today.
Thank you, Amy, and happy holidays to you and your crew.
And he makes a point. Imagine during the pandemic, they never stopped working.
No, they didn't. And go beyond even what there were amazing things we should be doing that Mark just pointed out. We also just say thank you. Keep saying thank you. It doesn't hurt. It only helps.
If we're going to continue with the power of kindness here on